Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glen.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel my...
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, it's Carson, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on first down. Carson, give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start with the option. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Shotgun now from Murray. Hunter Henry brings it in. That catch good for only a...
Perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
At the 29-yard line.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Murray. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
57 is the mic. Ready? Hey, check, Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 59.
Wilson. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray escaping the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
First and goal from the 6. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Murray going to throw. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Sure. All day. Check. 53's Mike.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
And it's 3 and out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
57.
From the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 1st down, Drake. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Now Wilson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining.
1st down.
So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
Seahawks field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Right back to Dre. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Murray now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to loft one, deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
That's pulled in at the 32. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
36, 36. Oh, shit.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Lockett. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards. Leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 34-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously
here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On the the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 31. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Rashad Penny. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
That's the score. Cardinals 10. Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Murray now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 36-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 57.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny.
You got it. You got it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's Carson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Check 59.
He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They run it with Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they call. Off it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Score Cardinals 10.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Cardinals, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend's smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on.